All right, we are.
We are now live.
Yes.
Any announcements?
Brother Mark?
Oh, any
For
Any
you that don't know, that this is Word of Accent,
yes, it is.
and we got your back.
Amen.
Oh, I gotta do something with my phone, so hopefully everything will be all right.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you, but
Okay.
okay.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, but you ain't moving.
Okay, hold on for 1 second. I think I figured out something.
Excuse us, our wide audience. I know we have a
I was
million
just sending a
views and
text to a friend
everything.
to let him know that we're on.
Yeah, I just took my
Word
son home.
of-
Oh, he's supposed to be coming back on.
Word of Action is live. Okay. Yeah, I just had to send a message to somebody. Let me see if I can get back to where you guys are. All right, there, I'm back.
Yeah, you back.
Ba-boom. Learning how to navigate on this phone. Oh, we got the little Word of Action banner on the bottom, and Bruce just disappeared.
Yeah, I see.
Mr. Bruce, where are you, sir?
Oh, excuse me.
And now Corey is... Oh, okay. Dancing to the invisible music?
Yeah, did my workout.
Okay.
Mr. Bruce.
What is he doing? There he is. He's back. I'm hearing music. Can you hear it in your room or just on your headphones? Who's playing music?
Oh, okay. Y'all ready? You all set there, Bruce?
We
Can't
got
hear
no
you.
volume on you, Bruce. Whatever you use to turn the music on, you need to use to turn it off so you can get your voice back. I guess you can't do both of them at the same time.
All right. In the meantime, Mark, why don't you sing a song to the people?
Really? We really want to hurt people like that? What'd they do to us? They didn't do nothing bad to us. We don't need to hurt them like that.
I'm just making a suggestion.
That's all right. Well, why don't we go ahead and, tell me a little bit about the topic for tonight and what your reasoning was for it, and, give us a little background on why you feel this is something that needs to be discussed so that people can understand everything.
Okay. I see Bruce is not
Yeah, I
getting
have
it
the left
together.
side of Bruce's face there on the screen, but that's about all.
So I'm not hearing nothing. He controlling the live network, or are we still live while he?
Oh, we're still live while he's doing it because it's showing on my phone that we're live. And we've been live for 4 minutes and 46 seconds and counting. So there's a little timer on there. That's why I said, we can discuss some of the topic, and then when Bruce can figure out what's going on, he can chime in. Because I mean, it is an important topic. It is something that, especially today,
Yep, and it's going on more than people realize.
right?
You got, like, say they got this thing online. I don't know what it is, where it causes people to do a lot of team suicides and
Really?
stuff like that. Yes, that's going on. And I'm thinking, what is it online that can cause a group of people to react like that?
That just sounds very weird. That sounds like
Yeah,
something almost out of a movie or something.
yeah, it does remind me of a movie. Actually, it is a movie that's something like that, but it's actually happened. Hey, oh, I thought your girlfriend's taking her clothes off in front of us. What kind of show is this?
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Woo.
Oh, what did Bruce Whiteman say? Like, woo, that's a close one.
It's a little warm in here, is it, Bruce?
Wrong show. This ain't the show. That's the 12 o'clock show. All right, so
Oh,
I see you back now, so you can hear us there.
you can hear us, but we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Yep. So we discussed that suicide thing where I think lot of the younger kids are doing something online or on some kind of site that's causing them to react to it. So,
But the thing is, after they get done being on the site, they still have to go out and do the evil deed. And I'm just wondering what controls their mind to that degree. I mean, I know that things are happening that we don't even expect. I was just coming across the bridge yesterday, and there was like fire trucks on the bridge, and I'm like, well, what's going on? There's no cars or anything, and they're looking over the side, and there's an expressway down below, so it wasn't even like a river or something. It was just a bridge over the expressway, and I'm thinking, did somebody jump? Because that would have been, or somebody on the other side of the fire truck that I can't see, and they're trying to talk them out of it.
well, I mean, that's possible. Last month, somebody tried to jump off the bridge over there on Goodman.
Oh yeah.
So it's something that's going on. Either it's in the air or something that's going through the internet, but it's happening all over the place. So, I like to address that so people can be aware of that, because that's what we are, word of action.
Right. I just think that there's got to be some sort of hope or something out there, because there's a lot of people that don't feel that way, obviously. But there's something that's got to be said to give those people that feel that way that feeling of hope, that they don't need to go ahead and do that. That there is always tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why they say, let hope keep us alive. Now I understand the meaning of that.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people, when you lose your hope, it's like you wonder, why should you go on? And then you have these forgot what, I'm not gonna name the site it is, but it's where a bunch of teenagers get on there and make friends and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, we heard.
We
Can you
can hear
talk?
sound now. We can hear your background sound, Bruce.
All
We
right,
hear
I'm
that
back.
door open.
We
Bruce
got
is
you.
back.
We got you.
Back in the saddle again. He's back.
I told Mark to sing earlier. Now you want to sing?
He's singing that country there. He's singing that country.
I know, country song.
No, that was Steven Tyler, but you know he'll send me some death threats for the way I sang it, though.
Oh, now you know that might be copyright. Now you gotta be careful.
I know they might.
Okay.
They might use your voice in that New Hills Have Eyes.
Oh. Well, that was a compliment because I'm glad they wouldn't use my face because I'd be
Yeah.
Oh no, they do got some old black hillbillies now. Don't
Oh yeah.
you can't get out of that one now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Because you do got that kind of hillbilly look, like you
Oh, thanks, Corey. You can stop anytime now, Corey.
like
Anytime
you ready.
now.
Like you ready to pick up some roadkill and take it home and make some stew.
Corey, apply the brake firmly and stop.
Hey, none of that online. What y'all doing?
Okay. My bad, y'all. I said.
What kind of channel is this?
My kids might be watching, sir.
Well, there goes our
They on my
Disney
case.
contract.
You're on my case right now.
Yeah, so okay, you froze again, Bruce.
Now we're getting squelching.
Your face frozen and you staticking.
Yeah.
Now you just turned to a ghost.
We know it's a ghost because the ghost behind you said so. Okay, I can see your hands moving.
There goes
Now
that
we hear you.
paranormal.
What? You always gotta
You got-
listen to the ghost behind you.
You got one of those squeaky doors too. I got one of those squeaky doors.
Yeah,
Mine's moved by itself.
Oh, you got to get some video of that, Corey.
I think I am, because I open it all the way wide, it won't move, and then when I go lay down, you hear it.
That's not.
Oh, that's
cool.
good. Get that on video. We'll put that on the next show.
Yeah. So are we could we do something like that? Say if we have a certain thing that we want to show, we able to do that?
Yeah, they call it screen share. If you're on your laptop, right?
I'm on my laptop.
Now, if you're on your laptop, you can do it, but if you're on your phone, no, you ain't gonna. It's not gonna. I ain't see it. It can be done.
Oh, so if I send something to my laptop,
you gotta share your screen. Yeah, you gotta share
from
your
what
screen.
file?
Yeah.
Yeah. From what file though? What file do I put it in?
Whatever your file is at. What file you got in.
Oh, because I tried to do that before with the music, and it wouldn't open up that file. So I don't know if it's certain files it does or.
Well, I'll try this. Send it to me and see whatever if I can do it.
That's what I'll do. That'll be a plan. I'll send you if we have to do something like that.
Yeah,
I had something that was paranormal on film, but it's on my phone. I'd have to find it again. It was just clock started running backwards, but it was a battery operated clock.
You remember?
And it was just spinning around backwards.
Remember that time? Remember that time, Corey? I sent you your I showed you a clip of your video.
Yeah.
That was I screen shared it then. Remember?
Oh, so you just went and got it off of YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, guy. I mean, I'm putting songs out there every week, but I don't hear no reply from y'all. So, you know,
what songs?
You must have been asleep yesterday. I said something the other day.
When the money roll in, don't be asking for borrow nothing.
Now, what songs are you talking about,
like
Mr.
that.
Rockstar?
They ain't gonna do us like that anyway. No,
I haven't heard any songs by Corey. You should be the one singing.
Well, I read your response. I heard you said you was listening. You heard some things, and you said it's something.
I said you should collaborate with one of those songs. You should collaborate with your brother on one of them. Remember?
Yeah, Yeah, I know you said something about letting him rap, but I'm a better rapper than him. So
Okay, I hear
unless
you, bro.
unless he get
I've got
enough
to hear
boot,
some of your stuff, Corey.
it's all on YouTube, buddy.
Yeah,
It's on
it's on
It's
YouTube.
on
Yeah.
Facebook. It's on YouTube on Facebook.
Oh, I haven't even touched it. I looked at Facebook while I was waiting for Bruce. It said I had 27 or more 43 notifications. I haven't even had a chance to look at it. I've been busy doing other stuff. I haven't went on Facebook or nothing yet. So if I go to
Okay.
YouTube, what would I look it up under? How would I find it?
Well, it'll be Corey, right? Under Corey?
Corey Douglas.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you gave it a name or if it went by song.
Just
When
Corey
I look up
Douglas.
something on YouTube, I just look up the item.
They got Corey Douglas. I got songs that go back for 2 years, man.
Hey! Don't be using your first and last name here.
Hey,
You're gonna get people after you.
I said Corey Among Us.
Oh, Corey
Corey
Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh,
That new
okay.
game
then.
that came out. That's that
Corey
new
Among
video
Us.
game. Yeah,
All right.
that Corey do. I don't know who he is. I'm White Rock.
All right, Mr. Rock.
Why rock?
Man, now they gonna find me now, man. I got
Yeah.
I got to move and change my name and everything. But
Yeah.
okay, on a serious note, like me and Mark started conversation about the suicide and how it's something that's online that I don't know if it's some kind of signal through the phones or whatnot, but it's something going on that making our young kids and young adults.
Yeah, I heard some of that about that. I don't know. Some of that was part. Well, I think the last report I heard about the COVID situation made people have a little suicidal aspect too. I don't know. That's part of it too.
That might
Like
be a
getting
part of
depressed
it.
because of COVID or whatever.
That
Yeah,
might be a part of it.
yeah.
But now people are getting vaccinated and everything, and there's a lot more hope for that now.
Well,
I even got a vaccination.
well, we gotta figure out. We gotta read the report on if the vaccine is the part of that suicidal. Which I don't think so right now. I don't think. I ain't hearing about
Well,
that.
I don't even know if anybody even researched that as far as that concerned, but
Yeah, that's what I
I
was saying.
probably wouldn't for fear of panicking the public.
this is something that happened before they had a vaccine. So
True that. Yeah.
Okay.
it might be because some people not used to being confined.
Right.
Possible.
See,
Yeah.
it don't bother
Yeah.
it don't bother me because I've been to jail so many times.
Nah, it don't bother me either. You know,
Hey, did you guys get your vaccine yet?
I
No,
took
sir.
I took the test, but I didn't take the vaccine. No.
I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So
No, you didn't.
it's a one-time shot.
You didn't hear about that. Yeah.
Nope. And I still ain't heard about it. And I ain't gonna hear about it.
You'll hear about it because I'm about to tell you about it.
Oh, tell me all about it, Mr. Rock.
That Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been killing people, causing blood clots.
Yeah.
Oh, blood clots or blood claws?
Blood
You know what I'm
clot.
talking about. Blood clots.
Ah.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I heard about something causing possible blood clots,
blood-
but I don't remember
blood-
which one it was.
I thought they
Yeah.
stopped.
Johnson & Johnson.
I thought they stopped it for a minute so they could
I heard
remedy
they
that.
heard
So
I
they
heard
could
they-
remedy that situation. I thought they stopped.
all I heard they stopped it for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
I don't know if they fixed the problem
Right.
or if they did any research to wonder which people that got blood clogged and and is it some kind of that relate, like if they all had a certain thing and
Yeah.
it caused, I don't know if they researched that, but I'm sure they should have.
Well, that could be part of. They might already have some issue with their health situation too. I'm thinking.
I
that
thought
part,
they
too.
already researched it, figured it out, and then they isolated it to a few people. That was a long time ago. That was a while back. But I didn't remember which thing it was, which vaccine it was. But I
Well,
thought
the
that they
Johnson
had
&
done
Johnson.
that.
It's
It
the
was
one
Johnson
shot
Johnson.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they stopped it for a couple weeks or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll be all right. If not,
Yeah.
well,
It
this
gotta
is
be
my
all right now
testimony.
because they're back in
Well, if you leave us soon, I'll take the truck in the house.
Oh, thanks for being there for me, Corey.
I think
Yep,
Kick my
Corey, you
family
have
out. Just take the vehicle in the house. You see how
Corey,
he
you have
is?
a hard time because the kids they're gonna fight you for that.
huh?
I said the kids gonna fight you for that. They ain't gonna let that go easy.
Okay, they shouldn't even waste their time because I'll beat them down.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Don't
All
hurt
right,
the
all right,
kids. Don't hurt the
just,
babies.
all right. Okay, no more. I'm just kidding, Mark. Don't start crying over there.
Oh no, I'm not.
So yeah, so that's what's going on. You know, a lot of that's going on online, and like, you know, there's people that, like I was going to tell Mark, these kids have this site they go on because of the COVID, where they can go and meet other kids their age,
Yeah.
and they go through this online service or whatever they call it, app.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And certain kids on this app might not be kids because they telling other kids their life not worth living, stuff like that, and to hurt themselves.
What?
Really?
And yeah, and I got personal information on that, so I'm just gonna leave that at that. But
I mean, well, this year I'll put a ban on it, or put a whatever you want to call that. How they you can report that
well,
mess. That's crazy.
yeah, you can report them, but you can report
But
the site, but you don't know the activity that's going on. If they,
you don't
because
know
you
the
can,
individual that's doing it.
yeah, because they got apps that can make you sound like a kid. You know what I mean? It could be a grown adult telling kids to do stuff, but sounding like a
Oh
kid.
yeah, they got everything. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, they have
So it
all
could
here.
be some weirdo pedophile nut job out there
Uh,
going ahead telling
Basically, that's
people
what
to
it's
do
about.
this stuff.
I was about to say that.
that's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard for them to calculate how to get that person because when you on there, they don't have no information or where they at. You know what I mean?
Right.
They put that on there to make sure the kids are safe, so nobody can't find out where they at. But also, it could be somebody on there that need to be found and can't be found.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say something about the ID, IP address, but they probably got a fake one. You know how you can have
Oh
one.
yeah. Well,
Multiple.
if they out there doing something they shouldn't be doing, they're gonna have a fake one.
Yeah. So
You
yeah.
know, on that note, I just want to tell you this quick little story. I got a hold of somebody faked being William's brother one time, and they contacted me, and it was on Messenger, and I'm talking to them, but I'm like, why is he talking straight? And then they try to talk me into giving me more information. So then I stopped, and I called his brother, and I called him directly. He was at work, had no idea. It was a hacker trying to get some information out of me about some stuff and trying to get me involved in some stuff. So
Oh,
then I called the FBI. I called everybody in the federal government that I could get hold of. Don't you know that even though I had a hacker live on the other end on another line, they can't do anything to trace it. And what's even worse, there is no actual government agency that handles those things. It's until they commit a crime, like a paper crime or a physical crime. There's
Yeah.
nothing that handles faking being somebody else or doing something like that online.
Next time, don't call the FBI, call the HUD. We got you.
Because I was like, man, come on, you got to be able to do something. And I was talking to some lady out in
They ain't
Albany,
gonna do
and
nothing.
I said, there's got to be a way to trace it with all the technology we got right now. You can't trace who's on my other line.
Only way they would have. Only way.
They kids, they just thought that you probably thinking
No.
you know,
I put it like
death job or
this.
something.
Yep, I put it like this. They could have helped you if you were somebody important to them.
Yeah. I see
So
that. Like if that was happening to the president of the United States, they'd be like,
right,
boom, we already got him located.
Yeah,
We
we
even know
got
his shoe size.
exactly.
So you gotta think
You
about
know.
Mark. You know how many times, how many calls they probably get for that? They're probably
Yeah.
like, okay,
Well,
yeah, you know,
this was the complaint center, not complaint center. This was the place you're supposed to report stuff like that
true,
too. So
true.
when I reported it, and like you're supposed to,
Yeah.
I said, well, okay, I actually have, this didn't happen like last week. I told her, I said, this is happening currently. I have the person live on another line. Can you trace my line if I
Well,
give you my number?
Right.
well,
No,
let me,
we don't know how,
let-
we can't do that. They said there was one guy told me actually it's only in the movies they could do that.
well,
That's what I
that,
was actually told, word for word.
well, Mark, that same
Oh.
situation happened to me a number of times. One time it happened not too long ago. It was one of my kids' aunts from their mother's side. It was what they call it. They call it a clone account. They get somebody.
Okay.
They get somebody you know, and clone account, and then they'll message you, and they'll be saying they're first talking. Oh, have you heard about blah 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 blah?
Right.
And I said, you know who this is? And what I do, I let them know. I said, okay, you know who this is? And they're like, oh yeah, it's blah blah blah. And I said, okay, how do you know me?
Right.
And when they can't answer that question, then I just block them.
Right.
See, ask that person a question that only you and them might know. If they can't answer it, block them.
Right.
That's the best thing to do with that.
I mean, I eventually went ahead and, deleted the whole line. I mean, I can do that part, but I hate scammers so much. Like I had a lady call me, talk to me on the phone, explain to me that something happened with my social security number and that we need to go ahead and do something about it because somebody's done something with my social security number. Well, first of all, it was in December around a holiday time and it was at night. So I was like, "Were they working this late?" But they called me and I'm like, so I'm talking to her on the phone. And then she said, well, let me just get some basic information just to confirm something. And then she wanted my social security number. I said, you're supposed to be a social security office. How come you want my social security number? And then I hung up on her.
Once again, Mark, that happened to me too.
Yeah.
And they call and say, I even told them, I said, who you looking for? You with the social security number, you call my number, but you can't tell me my name.
Right.
Block.
Oh, she knew my name. She knew my name. She just didn't know my social.
Even if she knew your name, the social security office has your social security number. Don't be.
I know.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I know. But here's something even better that I found out. The social security office will never ever call you. They don't do calling other people. They send you letters and all this stuff, but they never call you.
Right.
Yeah, they send you letters.
And I found that out because I called that same agency about the FBI, and they told me that information, as well as the Better Business Bureau, and they also told me the same thing. They don't call you; they send you letters. So,
all right. So I mean, I know we touched a little bit of this subject. So, how about we hook that up for next Sunday?
The
scammers and online things that people should watch out for.
Okay,
that sounds like a good one to me.
Because they out there and they good at it. Now they can be over in India and call you with a 585 number.
Yep, a 585 area code. So you think it's a local call?
Right.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those too.
So we're gonna
see, but I want to just grab somebody by the throat and be like, just but there ain't no way to fight back. There ain't nothing we can go ahead. Maybe download a virus into the system. If I knew how to do that, I'd do that.
I mean, they do it online, and they also do it by calling your cell phone. They call my cell phone all the time, maybe 5 or 6 times a day, and so I'll just start having fun with them. Like if it's a girl or something, if it's a lady or something, hi there, Miss Nicholas. We trying to get you blah blah blah. And I might say something like, "Oh yeah, what you wearing right now?"
And then all of a sudden, you
No.
feel a lump forming in your head because your wife heard you from behind and hit you upside the
And she
head.
could be sitting right next to me. She could be sitting right
What
next
you
to me.
wearing? Who you talking to? Whack.
I might even say, oh yeah, I'm outside your house right now. Look through your window. But every time I say something like that, they click the phone quick. They
Yep.
hang up quick.
Yeah.
So if they want to play games, I can play games.
My
Right.
thing is, as soon as I answer the phone, I pick it up. County morgue.
Yeah, there you go. You can do that too.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Catch them off guard a little
One
bit.
time, the people that kept calling me about extending my car warranty.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, they called me and I said, "Oh, can I get a warranty on my spaceship? I don't have no rims on it yet, but
Right.
Warranty on your spaceship, and can you get a rental foil hat? Yeah, I hate the automated ones. I get automated ones, and the first time I got it, it actually sounded like it was a real person talking. And then I said something and it didn't respond. I was like, oh, and I just hang up.
Waste your time, man.
Nope.
That's
Yep,
crazy.
so I don't even let them bother me. I'll make a couple of jokes with them and hang up, or they hang up first. You know?
Yeah, I don't even play with them. I just hang up. I don't mess
Or
with them.
sometimes when I'm not sure who it is and I hang up and then I call them right back. And what I usually find out is this number does not connect.
Yeah, I've done that too, and
You know.
it's never a real number. You can call them back.
Right.
So,
Some burner phone that they throw away right
Right.
after they make the call.
That's
so
what it
yeah,
is.
let's put that on the agenda for next week.
The scammers, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
scammers and all that. You know,
And you know what? If anybody out there is listening this week, next week, come up with anybody out there. Let us know what you've experienced. Let us know some ideas as to how to stop some of these scammers.
Right.
Doesn't matter what it is. It could be, using air horn on the phone. I mean, that used to work back in the day. But I mean, I want to really stop them. I want to find out where they're located, go to their house and just say, how you doing? Boom.
hey, here go one for you. Hey, tell them,
What's that?
tell them you're in the witchcraft and you can cast a spell through the phone.
Oh, yeah. That'll make them hang up. It won't scare them. I want to scare them. I wish I could hack into their bank account and make it go down to zero. Not take the money, just make it go down to zero and make them panic in their pants.
Well, that's why I sent you to school to be a hacker, son. And you let me down.
Oh.
If I knew we was gonna have all this technology, I would have stayed in school though.
When I went to school, one of the kids in my computer class, now to mind you, this is back in the 80s, for his final project, he hacked into another school's grades and printed it. The teacher gave him an A-. He said he would have given him an A+ if it had been legal. That was in the 80s though, man. You couldn't pull any of that nowadays. Not like that.
Well, that was one of those people starting out. They might be one of the ones doing it now.
That was one of the Bill Gates people, right? Back in the days.
No, that
In
was
the
back
80s?
in the day. This person's not even into computers anymore, so I'm not even into computers like I used to be back those days.
Yeah, I bet
But
y'all
anyway, we was talking about a different topic altogether here. Now we're
He's
talking about
talking
about
Yeah, so let's stay on key here. As far as
Yeah.
that, the
All
suicide
right,
stuff.
okay. We talk about suicide. What about depression?
Okay, yep. Now let's go on to that then.
Well, a lot of people have it. I didn't even realize this, that there's a clinical version.
Yeah, and I'll break that down to you too. There's different levels of it, and each one of them have names. I should have wrote them down. I should have wrote them down and shared them with you guys. But I had, before we got started, my son came over for dinner, and I just took him back home.
Right.
So
But the
He-
thing I
he
want to
said-
point out
Said he's
huh?
gonna be joining us. He said he's
Yeah.
gonna be joining us, but I don't know if he on there.
No, we ain't got nobody.
Well, we all
But-
alone.
That's all right.
Well, somebody might click on us. You never know.
Yeah.
But the thing I want to point out though is that this clinical thing, the reason I didn't understand it and didn't get it is that the whole depression thing has nothing whatsoever to do with the circumstances of the individual. And they will get just like they would if a whole bunch of circumstances went bad in their life. And they'll feel that way suddenly for no reason, no explainable reason.
So,
And that's what was called a clinical depression.
so let me ask you a question. So you basically saying it's just what do you call it? It's just a label, basically. Yes.
No, it's not that it's just a label. What I'm trying to say is that when they just say clinical depression, it
Yeah.
means that like when you know that somebody's depressed, you try and cheer them up.
Right. Yeah.
That's the normal response, right?
Right. Yeah.
But when it's a clinical thing, it's not happening because they're actually depressed about anything. It's more so the feeling of that takes over them more so than they could ever, and sometimes it overwhelms them. And they could have the happiest of lives and everything's perfect and everything's wonderful. And the feeling hits, you know, and what I'm trying to say is when it's clinical, it has nothing to do with the circumstances of the individual. So it's a little harder to deal with because you can't just go ahead and, hey, buddy, let's just talk, let's just, do this and try and cheer you up,
Right.
and make you
That's
feel
just
better.
me.
Sometimes they just have to
A
get
different
through
type
until
of
the emotion
depression.
goes. Because you know how sometimes you feel real happy about something, Bruce, or you
Yeah.
feel real sad about. Well, it comes on like that, and I've seen people. I've got friends who have that, and sometimes they're almost ready to the point of tears, just being so upset with everything, just upset. And it's not anything about their life or anything that's going on. It's more so an emotion. A
Well-
feeling, something that takes over them, and then they're trying to go ahead and correlate it with everything in their lives, and they don't even want to try because it's so overpowering. So it's a little bit different than what you think would be a normal depression.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I
so
don't know if
yeah,
you guys knew that.
yeah, I know that, and I also came to realize that the best job right now I have right now would be a psychiatrist or someone that helps you with your depression,
Yeah,
because right now the number of people that depress is high, really high, and
right.
what it is people think it's like I said, it's like 5 different types of depression stages, and I'm gonna give y'all the name of those in a minute. But in the meantime, it's not something that they can control themselves.
Right.
It's basically a chemical reaction in their brain. So,
Yep.
and sometimes it might be something that trigger it, like if something bad happened in your life or
Or something just brings up a memory, and then bam, bam, bam.
or a bad memory can come back and you can have a reaction to it. But like I said, it's different levels, and the highest level is the most dangerous level because that's the level where you feel like harming yourself or others.
Right.
And even now, doctors are more aware of it, because I went to a doctor visit and they ask people, that's part of their procedure now, to ask you, have you been feeling depressed?
Right. Yeah.
It's on those little electronic tablets they give you to fill out and ask all these questions.
Right.
They always ask you, is everything all right at home and all that type of mess?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so here
I
it goes.
wonder whether or not. What's that?
All right, here we go. The following common depression. There's major depression disorderly. That's the highest. That's called MDD. So that's the highest level of depression that I just mentioned, where you feel like hurting yourself or might want to hurt others. Then
All
you
right.
have personal depression disorder. That's PDD. That's when you at a bad level, but certain things probably might, if you get mad about something, or like we're just talking about something come up that happened to you, it
Yeah,
will
really.
trigger it.
Triggers it.
Right.
On a personal
Then you
level.
got, right. Then you got bio disorder, depression. And that's kind of when people like almost like being a
Now,
schizophrenic,
okay, now,
and you kind of,
you talk about basically like bipolar. You talk about?
exactly.
Okay.
So that's, and the ones I named so far all have to do with some kind of chemical reactions in your brain.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll put you on medication,
Yeah.
and
I think the medication make them more worse than me.
yeah, that's what you got to watch out for, because so many different medications.
Yeah.
One of them might work for somebody, but it might not work for you.
Right.
But what
You know?
I wonder is, are there chemicals that they put in the food and drinks and whatever that are residue in our system that they
You could
haven't
say,
discovered? You
well,
know,
you could say that, and a lot, and some doctors believe it's because you don't get enough vitamins and stuff in your system that controls those things in your brain, like vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc.
Vitamin D, whatever, and all that stuff. Yeah.
All right. So basically, if you don't eat right, your body not right, it could cause a reaction in your brain. Like with me, I didn't get enough certain things in my brain, and I have this ringing in my ear that's been going on for like 4 years now, nonstop.
Oh, you had the ringing in here.
Yeah,
isn't that
tendinitis,
called tinnitus?
tinnitus,
Yeah.
and imagine that can almost drive you crazy,
Yeah. Yeah. The
especially at
constant ringing. Yeah.
yeah, especially at night. It get real loud.
Uh,
So that got to do with, I thought it was an ear problem, but come to find out it's not really an ear problem. It can be a brain problem. Certain neutrals in the brain don't function right, and what it does is it heard a certain pitch and it took that pitch out. So my ear trying to resemble that pitch by giving me that pitch constantly. So that pitch in this ear is a high pitch, in this ear is a low pitch. So what my brain is doing is trying to resemble, give me that pitch, but constantly, because my brain is not, it's not clicking.
Now, when there's a crowd of people, when there's a crowd of people or a noisy room or something, do you still hear it, or does it drown it out?
Usually in the daytime when it's noisier, I don't hear it.
Okay.
It's at night when it's quiet, and they don't have no cure for it. They tell me to, well, maybe sleep with a fan on, or I keep the TV on. That helps. Right. Or I got this app that you can listen to different songs. I mean, like thunderstorms.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Crickets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, do
right.
That.
But here's one thing that can actually help that I've heard a long time ago for it. You have to get yourself away from electronics. They found that there are people that are a lot more sensitive to electronics, everything from power lines to whatever. And that if you took like a week and just like went out into the woods and lived for like a week in a cabin, no electronics.
You're trying to get me out. You're trying to get me out there with your cousins in the woods.
Yeah, we're making a sequel. The Woods Have Ears.
Well, you're right. Get out there in nature. That probably will help. Oh, and here
it's the power lines that emit this. It's like an EMT thing. I mean, it emits like a pulse. And that some people are more sensitive to it, and they find that a lot of people that live in the cities, as opposed to the suburbs in the country, have more problems like that.
Right. All right. I was talking about the different depression. Here goes another one. Postpartum
depression. That's from like after giving birth or something, right?
That's when maybe a certain incident. Yeah, that one. Then there's That one is called PMDD. And then you got seasonal attractive disorder. That's SAD. That's when people just get depressed in different seasons. Like,
Right.
you know, like maybe the winter might depress you, or maybe a birthday, you know, or Christmas. Some people get depressed on Christmas.
Oh
Or-
You know,
yeah.
like
Or
holidays.
some people Mother's Day because you know their mom. and all
Right,
that
because their mom. Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So that one a little more easy to control.
Yeah.
Then they got, I'm not sure what this is. It's ATYPIAL. I mean AAL. What's that, Mark? You got the brain.
I don't know. So spell it again.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can y'all see that?
Yes.
No. Oh, the
Atypical.
last one. Yeah,
The
atypical
last one is
depression.
atypical
Yeah,
depression.
atypical, yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, yeah.
So that just sounds like it's one of those ones that, you know, what most people experience. This must be like the
That's
lighter
kind of
side
more
of it.
that's more common one, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where you say, "All right, hey buddy, let's go have a couple beers and talk about this," and you know, you cheer somebody up or something.
See, and I
That,
tell
that
people,
one's different.
I know that you gotta go get counseling and help. It's so many people getting counseling and help for something, but depression. Know what helped my depression back in the day?
What?
The belt.
Well, put you back in submission, huh?
Y'all know.
Uh,
Let us try to be depressed or something. Nah, wasn't having it. That belt will take it all away.
really?
You feel that pain, that's all.
Hold up. Have you didn't get whippings back in the day, Mark?
Oh yeah, but it ain't had nothing to do with no depression.
Just because you was bad.
He was just
Yeah,
a bad
well,
kid. He was
no, I
dancing
wasn't
minutes.
bad. I wasn't bad. I was just misunderstood. Like when I wanted to go play catch with a friend and we didn't have a ball, so I shot rocks up to his window and he would try and catch them and throw them back down. They thought I was trying to break windows.
Isn't that called?
Belt.
Isn't that called what is that? AHTD?
AHT, what's that?
So you back then they didn't offer you Ritalin or nothing?
Ritalin? What are you talking about? For
Yeah.
what? I was playing
HDD.
catch with somebody.
Throwing rocks at somebody's window? You got
That's
Yeah,
a robbery.
because he was supposed, because there was nobody else to play with. His parents were gone, and he said, "Hey, throw a rock. I'll try and catch it." And so he would throw. I would
No.
try and throw it up to the window. He would catch it, and then he'd throw
Yeah,
it,
but-
try and throw it down.
So
and
he
I'd try and
just-
catch it.
you know what they look at that? They look at it and say, well, if he had a gun, he probably would have been shooting at the window.
Well, I was only about 8 years old, so I don't think so.
That don't matter nowadays. Nowadays it don't matter.
Well, that was like
You heard?
1973, though, Corey. So you know, nowadays, nowadays it don't matter.
All
It's
right.
like, what are you
Okay,
throwing
well-
rocks to the window?
Well, that's what my point. My point is, things that we did back then, the kids take medication for now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
If a kid get too much sugar and run around, they give him something to slow him down.
Yep.
No,
That's
if a
right.
kid get in a sad mood or something like that, they give him medication to slow him down. And you know, my me and Ural, my son, was talking, and he got this they call Blue Bible. You heard of that?
Yeah.
Blue what?
Blue Bible.
Yeah.
Blue Bible? No.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, he found it got definitions of all the stuff that's in the Bible,
Right.
Okay.
and he said he showed me where he came up with the definition for witchcraft and sorcery. You know what that is? Know what was
What is
listed under there?
What
Know what's
was
listed under there?
What's listed under there?
Drugs, pharmacy.
Really?
Yeah, but if you
Wow.
think about it, it's true.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
it, yeah.
what is witchcraft? But they used to put
They
little
always,
chemicals.
always whipping up chemicals, some kind of
Yeah, little chemicals and putting spells on
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So that the meaning of that is basically nowadays it's the pharmacy and drugs, and it was something else. God, what else did he say? Well, he didn't come on with us, so I don't know. He could have probably explained it. But I'll tell him to come on next time, and we could talk about that too, along with that. Because he got
All right.
the download with the Blue Bible, so any
Yeah.
kind of thing, even some questions that you asked me to look for, Mark, he can look for it quicker because he got an app that can do that.
As long as the app wasn't created by one of them crazy people who just wants everybody to do stupid stuff, like jump off bridges.
Well, I mean, he said it's the Blue Bible. Bruce said he heard of it, so
Yeah, I
it's
heard of it.
actually.
Yeah.
But now they must have made it into an app that you can get. I have the Bible app, but you still got to kind of know what you're looking for,
Right.
or where it's at.
It's like almost
But-
what do you call it? The Bible. What do you call it?
Like a encyclopedia,
accordion,
or
like the accordions. All that stuff in there. Reference. There's a whole lot of reference.
Yes, yeah, because they
Okay, so
put
it
in.
has references. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. I got an idea of it.
Yeah.
I just want to find out if there's any references to whether or not it ever says that God said that it's okay for us to be here on earth in spirit form. Like when we die. Well, where does it say that we're gonna end up, being a ghost, or that we even could possibly be a ghost? I don't remember ever hearing anything in the Bible that I'm aware of that says, "Hey, this can happen to you."
Well, if you ask me, yes, because when Jesus rose, I believe he is more in a spirit form.
Well, I don't mean like that. I'm talking about us regular folks.
He was in a regular body. He was. I mean.
Yeah, but he wasn't trapped on Earth to wander around going, "Help me," and boo, and all this other stuff that ghosts do. And
okay, well,
you know what I'm talking about?
if they do exist, why would they be trapped? Or is it their decision to stay? Do you know?
Well, that's the thing.
I know what I can.
Where is it in the Bible that says we get a choice after we die?
Well, I'm going by. Huh?
I think we should have more in-depth study on that. Everybody do their research on that.
I want to know where it says that we get a choice as to whether or not we stay or go once we die.
Well,
I always thought once we die, something else takes over and we go to wherever.
Only thing I can tell you is watch the movie Ghost.
Seen it?
Okay. Yeah, I think it's basically might be like that. His spirit stayed because he felt he had some work to do. But the people that did bad, didn't have a choice. They was going down.
I get all that. But all I'm asking for is backup from the Bible. Because if it doesn't say that can happen in the Bible, then I don't think that can happen. Or I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, well,
evidence of that in the Bible is all I'm asking.
And we'll get to that next week. Let's do a little more of this depression thing. So we keep getting sidetracked, That's why I said next week we can hit those two subjects. Now, as far as the depression, I'm just letting everybody out there know. I did put a little something on Facebook about it. It's real. It is real, and it's affecting a lot of people. Yeah. Have any of you guys experienced any type of thing like that?
You mean personally or from friends or whatever?
Either or.
I would say the most I probably came close to probably atypical one. That's common.
Yeah, atypical. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everybody at some point in time gets depressed. But I know a lot of people that go through a lot of those different stages of depression that you're talking about. But as for myself, I have been lucky enough not to have that. I mean, I get depressed about things like anybody else, but you figure out how to deal with it and you move on, and it's nothing too overwhelming.
So another question: do you think a lot of this, even though the scientific reason would be something in your brain that's not working right, but what about? Do you think it could be more spiritual, like maybe demons attacking people?
Well, of course, they do that every day. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I
I
know
would say
that's
there's a
I'm sure.
possibility
I'm
in
sure.
certain
Yeah.
cases. In certain
that's ba-
cases, there's a possibility, but in a lot of cases, Corey, honestly, I think it's got to do with all the unknowns about food and water and things that we consume,
okay.
because
So
there's
so
so
you
many
looking
things
at
we
it,
don't know.
you're looking at it more to be more physical.
Right.
Or more on the natural aspect. He's saying, I guess, more or less
Well,
of the.
Well,
the
a lot
natural
of it
aspect
is,
can
but
have the natural aspect can be more than one thing. But he talking about what you put in your body is what you get out, right?
it affects your mind, and then it affects, after it affects your mind, evils that you're talking about, the demons and whatever, can play with you more
Oh,
rapidly and more easily. But I think that there probably are demons and things that can affect people's minds, but because of the things we consume and digest and release residues that we're not even sure of or know of yet. I mean, everything they just test to see whether or not it kills you. Didn't kill you, and no real harmful side effects that they can see for the first 5 years. The FDA says, hey, that's good. Put it out there. But it could be that it leaves all sorts of residues in the brain, in the bloodstream. I mean, look at what coroners do when they want to test people for drugs. They take hair and fingernail samples because there's residues of things that people have taken in their hair and fingernails. Well, we have no idea what other places might have residues from different chemicals throughout our body and what effect they may play on the brain. Now, if there's demons and stuff as well that know that and take advantage of that, that's going to play into it.
Well,
You're
I'm
making a
kind
lot of
of
noise tonight, Bruce.
yeah. I try to mute. There's a lot going on here.
That's all
I,
right.
I'm kind of like more drawn towards the spiritual demon type of thing going on because it's like that old. You ever seen that old some old cartoons where you have the devil over here and the angel over here, and they both telling you what to do?
On the
Right.
shoulder.
Yeah. Nowadays it seems like you got a demon on both sides, and if they constantly doing this, they can break through and get to you. And now it's true that they can only get to you at your weakest stage. Like, say, if something happened, that's how depression can sneak in there. If something happened or something hurt you, that's when they start telling you things. You do this, you can do that, or you ain't this, you ain't that.
Right.
So
And
what you
it,
so what you saying? Depression could be a channel for the demonic force to come to plague you more, basically.
exactly, exactly. So I'm
Well,
not
they do
saying that.
say that when they go through exploring those insane asylums, they do, discover that these demon-like creatures like places of that nature.
Yeah,
So
and
the
also they
confused mind is what they look for.
and they also say too, which I believe, as far as ghost hunting thing, and they always come across a child ghost. I don't believe in no child that's a ghost. I believe demons present themselves as a child
Or portray
so that
themselves.
you,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, so that you can be more trusting to them.
Exactly. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, I've seen many episodes where some of the more experienced ghost hunters have encountered this and they've realized what it was because of other things that are happening. Because what the demon does, it will go ahead and they had to have a husband exorcised. And because this demon of this little girl was showing up at the house, and they thought it was a haunted house with a little girl.
Mm.
And so for months, the father was saying, hey, there's this little girl. And after a while, people just thought, oh, it's a ghost and he can see the ghost, and didn't wonder why it was that he was the only one that could see it. Well, as time went on, the thing started to possess him and started telling him, this little girl, about how bad his wife was and about how bad other people were, and then started making him sick. And that's when the ghost hunting teams
Yeah.
came in and discovered, hey, that's not a ghost, that's not a little girl, that's a demon. And you're exactly right, they do that. There are a lot of tricks that they do, but it's one of them.
Yep, that's one of them because and that's what I'm thinking too. That might be happening online. They get these kids depressed to try to harm themselves. A demon could be on the other line, appearing to sound like a kid, a friend, a peer, and start talking nice to them, but then start talking down to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And once they bring them down, then it's easier for them to take control of them. That's their main goal, is to
But
possess them.
I just don't think a demon would go ahead and use online. I think a demon would go ahead and mess with somebody who's mentally unsound to go online. And then while that person's messing with somebody, the demon would be over on the child's shoulder saying, hey, listen to this guy. You should really listen to this guy. This guy's really right. Knowing all along that that guy was inspired by the demon in the first place.
Okay, well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like I'm still saying, I think that the spiritual war that's going on is somehow connected to the internet, or at least have that option too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's some sort of connection there, obviously, because so many humans use it. There's got to be some connection in some way. I mean, you have things like the dark web, which I've heard so many horror stories. I don't even want to pretend like I want to go on that site. I don't
want to go in there either. Nah.
Yeah, they got the dark web and all that, and then I had got this email telling me that my information was on the dark web for me to open it up and check it out. No.
Hey, there's a package that says bomb on it. Do not open. Open it up to be sure of what it is.
No. They got movies out there about that, so.
Yeah, I watched it. I think I watched one of those shows, the dark web.
Yep. Then they got a new movie out. I just seen. Kind of what I was saying earlier. It's like at once, everybody that was on their phone at this particular time all got possessed at once. And they started like, yeah, I gotta remember the name of it, but only people. One guy is a famous actor. Is that I can't think of his name. A Spanish guy. I can't think of his name, but he playing a lot of movies. Actually, he playing. What's that guy that played in that old karate movie where they did that dance?
It's the Brazilian martial art type.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I forgot his name too. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen that.
Okay. Well, anyway, he was in it, and he was at the airport. He about to go back home from business, and he's talking to his wife and a daughter, I think. At the same time, it hit everybody, but his phone died at that moment, so it didn't affect him. And people that was in the subway, they didn't get a good connection, so it didn't affect them. And I think Samuel Jackson is in it too, because he was the subway.
Sam Jackson is in it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a new movie just came out. And
it's a new one. Oh, I gotta check that one out.
And what this did, it started messing with people's brains, and they started like rolling in the eyes and slamming out their mouth, until eventually they turned almost zombie-tized and went and started attacking people and eating people and everything. It's like the perfect zombie movie. I think Mark will like it because he liked that kind of thing.
Perfect movie.
And the thing is, the effects in it is like perfect. I mean, you see planes where if the pilot was on his phone, it's one particular pilot was on his phone, and boom, he just changed right there, and the plane went down. You could see the plane crashed. The way the plane crashed into the airport. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked so real. Because the guy that was,
Now, where did you see this movie at?
Yeah, what's the name of it? Try to find that movie. I'm gonna look at it.
No, I mean,
I
like, did
think-
you see it on Netflix? Did you see it on Hulu? I mean, what did you see it on?
oh, I think it was on Amazon Plus. I think.
Oh,
Amazon Plus. Okay.
But I find out what it is, and I'll let y'all know because you can probably go online and look at it.
I got Discovery Plus on my phone. I'll see if I can find it on there. I can't figure out how to stream it to my TV set though, because I think my TV set is not old
You got-
enough to get Discovery Plus.
But yeah, that
is, it's
movie.
too old, brother.
you got a
That
smart
movie-
TV, right, Mark? That TV smart TV?
Yeah, but
don't have
you need a smart TV that's newer than 2017.
All you gotta do is get a Roku
Or
or
Roku,
yeah,
yeah, like I got, I got that.
Yeah,
Roku.
plug that in and that'll get them all. Cause I got it in my my movie room. I got
Okay.
the internet on I can watch any movie I want now.
Right.
How do you get a Roku?
I
By
forgot.
going to Walmart or
Yeah,
going to Walmart and buying it.
Yeah. Or
Well, no, I mean,
Amazon.
I don't know exactly what it is and how I
Are you
would go to
serious?
Best Buy before I go to Walmart. What?
Well,
Mark,
if you want to
Google
go
it.
to
Google
Best
it.
Buy, yeah, Google it. Best Buy do have it, but it might cost a little more.
Yeah.
I like to go
Well, I
to
meant just as
Walmart.
far as knowing what type you need for the type of TV you have.
It
I'm
don't
sure there must
matter.
be different variations.
Well,
Okay,
it
I'm
don't
gonna tell you,
matter.
your TV got HDMI. Well, got HDMI, right?
I
Yeah.
hope you ain't go. Okay, I know it can't be that old now.
Your TV got HDMI. It will work. Just go get that.
Yep. It comes
Okay.
like one of those little things you stick in your computer to download stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Flash
how
drive.
small it. Yep, you just plug it right into the back of your TV and cut it on and go from there. That's simple.
Well, you gotta activate it and all that. You gotta make
You
sure.
gotta have one ingredient, internet.
Yeah, I got
You
the
got
internet.
that.
Oh, well, you good. And they used to
Okay.
cost a lot of money, but now they cheaper. They probably like what, $30 now?
Yeah.
And it's
something
called
like that.
Roku?
Roku. Yeah.
Roku, okay.
That's what runs my
R-O-K-U.
that runs my projector. I got it in my room on TV. My kids got it in their room. And it's endless movies you can watch. You don't even need cable. I haven't had cable in over 2 years, but I can
Right.
watch anything I want to watch. No
Right.
I
cable
was going
bill.
to get rid of my Netflix and go with Discovery Plus, the channel. And then I went ahead and I got everything all set up and I started doing it on my phone. But the app only comes on my phone and my TV is older than 2017. So I can't even get the app. Don't even have an app store
Yep.
on my TV.
That's why we gave you the solution.
So-
The Roku,
Roku.
when it pops up, it's gonna show you all those Netflix, Hulu, everything. You can download any of those from that.
Right.
All right.
Amazon Plus, I got Disney. Then they got a lot of free channels. Pluto. I mean, it just the list go on and on. And what I
Right.
do first, I download all the free stuff.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try that, Corey, because you guys said so. That's
Yeah.
a good recommendation by me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and go to Best Buy. And the reason I go to Best Buy is because when I want to go to get food, I go to the market. When I want to buy a car, I go to a car dealership. When I want electronics, I go to an electronics store, not Walmart. That's just me.
All right, that's just you.
that's
I go to know why I go to Walmart? Because if it don't work, I can take it back. And I don't get no conflict.
Okay, I get the same problem at Best Buy. I had that problem on my computer. Had to take it back.
Yeah,
But
Best Buy not too bad. I mean, because I did take something back there. I got one of those tablets from there,
Yeah.
right.
but it's an Amazon tablet and it wouldn't do no Google stuff.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah.
Wow.
So I took
But
it
see-
back and they took it back with no problem. But then they tried to sell me another one that costs more. So
Well, everybody's going to do that.
Everybody's
Everybody's going to do that.
Walmart don't do that. You can bring it back. They don't care. They don't care if you get another one or not.
Yeah, but my problem with Walmart is when you got a problem with something, you don't want to bring it back. You got a problem with it to figure out how to get it to work or what have you. You go there and you don't know who you're dealing with. This person that just happens to work in that department, they might know something about it, they might not. And you got maybe one or two people.
I
You have to go
understand.
to a
what you're
store that's got a lot
I-
of people that knows what they're talking about.
I don't care if I'm bringing it back. I only want one thing: my money back.
Oh yeah, if you're bringing it back.
I don't want-
Sometimes
I
I
don't-
got
I
questions.
don't want them to solve no problems. I don't want them to solve no problem, and I don't want them to make a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I get something, if something ain't going right, I'm like, hey, look, this is what I got. I got it from you. This is what it's supposed to do. What's going on? But when you go to
I
Walmart and do
understand.
that, they don't know what you're talking
All right.
about half the time.
All right, I got it. You was one of them guys from the '80s that was always at Radio Shack. Huh?
Yeah.
I would go there, man, and I would get on the computer back in those days and operate the computer screen. And then they have a screen set up in the window, and I set it up to say something really weird, put it into a loop, and they'd be doing, how'd you do that? Because nobody knew how to do that back then. Oh, yeah. And then get in there and figure out how to play video games. So I would go to the nearest Radio Shack that was near my bus stop and play video games on their computers.
I bet you
The
cried
good
when
old
they went out of
days.
business. Did you cry when they went out of business?
Most of the stuff they had just always broke down, man. You always had to take it back.
Wait a minute. Isn't there one Radio Shack here? Oh no. Well, they all
Really? I thought they all went
gone.
bankrupt.
They are gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you? I thought it was one. I thought it was still one here.
there was one in Canada. About 3 years ago. That's one of the last ones went out of business, which was
okay.
good. When they went out of business, I waited till they had like 90% off, and I went in there and just racked up, man.
Oh, you cleaned up.
I was getting stuff that cost $100 for $10.
Wow.
There you go.
Hey, that's the way you go, though.
Yeah.
That
I got my
like-
first walkie-talkies
see-
from Radio Shack back in the day.
like you see that like that intercom thing I got sitting right there.
Yeah.
Yep, I got 3 of those.
One upstairs, one downstairs.
Yep. But I got a set. I got 3 sets. They come in 2s
Oh, wow.
for upstairs. Then I got another one I let my mother get so that she don't gotta keep yelling up the steps for my brother. And yeah, and I could if I need like honey, can you bring me a beer down, please? Or can you bring me a soda?
Get it yourself.
How about to say,
How much was
come
that?
upstairs and get it yourself.
It's like, what you yelling for? I can hear you. But or it can be used for a case of emergency.
yeah.
Yeah. But how much was it though, Corey? How much did it cost you?
The regular price of those, I think, was, I forgot, it had been like 70 something, but I got them for like $7.50. So that I mean they
Wow.
was $75. Yeah. I'm
That's
like,
good.
ooh, I'm like $7.50. Let me go get the rest of them. Yeah, man. Yeah, I used to like Radio Shack too. But you know,
I never really got too much stuff from there. I mean, I got my first walkie-talkies came from Radio Shack, and nowadays people don't even know what the hell a walkie-talkie is.
yeah, they
know?
don't know what a walkie-talkie is.
Nah,
They don't
that's
even
foreign.
know. They don't even know what a cassette player is.
Hey, they don't know what the regular telephone is.
Yeah.
Hey,
Remember-
if you get lost or something and you need to use the Morse code, believe me, nobody's gonna know what the hell that is.
Right about
walkie-talkies
that.
had the
Right.
Morse code on them too.
Yeah, I remember that. That's how I learned it. But I've forgotten it now. But I mean, I learned it back in the day.
Yeah.
Dit dot dash dash.
Hey, I guess that was our decade. Now they got a whole new thing now. So, like I'm talking about a walk. I just seen a movie where these kids went to their grandparents' house and they went up in the attic and they found an old Walkman. And the boy upstairs and the other brother said, I think you could play music with it. So the boy looking at it and said, okay, Walkman, play this song. I mean, he was serious too. And he kept tapping it. Okay, Walkman, play blah blah. And then the brother picked up like, oh, it must be broke. and then shot it down. So that's just how
Wow,
they're.
that's funny.
That's just how they bring. They think it's like a Google or something like that, where you can. They think it's They thought the name Walkman was the name of it to get it to do what you want.
Yeah.
I saw something like that on Star Trek, but that was different because in Star Trek they went back in time and they were here on Earth, but they were back in our time, and they're from like the 24th century or something. So
Right.
Scotty's gonna go use the computer, and he picks it. He goes over, "Hi, computer," and starts trying to talk to the computer. Same kind
Yeah. Yeah.
Same
You
kind
probably
of
said, "What's
thing.
wrong with this
Yeah.
thing?"
Same concept. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right,
crazy
guys,
out
I'm
there,
gonna have to
but-
be signing off here in a minute, just because it's getting a
So-
little bit late, and I got to get to work
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah. All right. So, we talked a little bit about that depression. Just if anybody out there listening or ever will listen, let your depression be helped if it can. Some people can feel they want to deal with it on their own, but it might only take them to that next level of depression. They don't get no type of help for it. So the earliest help you can get for that, I suggest they get it. Don't exactly run and get the medications right away. Try to get some physical help first, like let somebody talk to you and explain to you what's going on, because a lot of people feeling this and they don't know what's going on with themselves. And depression can hit anybody at any time.
And when it does hit, make sure that you don't make any decisions alone. Whatever you decide to do, be it good, bad, or ugly, find somebody, talk to somebody, make some decisions with somebody else.
Talk to someone you trust, a family member or whatnot. Let them know what you're going through, and meantime, always try to pray. Prayer might help. As long as you believe, it can help you.
Yes,
I do. I'm just gonna share a little quick thing for people to realize. I don't really try to get help for being depressed, but I ran into some depression, and I came across a thing where I can hear demons in both my ears. That's why I said that. And I can hear them talking to me, because they caught me at a time where I felt weak because something happened that made me depressed. And I can hear them saying, "Oh," one telling me to go in my safe and get my gun. The other one telling me something else. And it was so negative that the feeling that came over me, it was almost to a stage where I couldn't even control it. That's how deep this depression can get people, where you can't even control your thoughts, your hand movement, nothing. And so I got to the point, I got up, I went to my safe to open it. I tried it 7 times. My safe did not open. I tried it 7 times because I was going to get my gun, and 7 times.
Wow.
And that safe will not open. And then after that, I turned around, and then a good spirit, maybe an angel or something. It was almost like I could hear one angel fighting with 2 demons on each side of me. Every time they said something negative, the angel said something positive. And it was going back and forth, just like it was a spiritual war. And each time they said something, the angel said something, they kept getting weaker and weaker. And then when I can actually identify them, and then I said the magical word, not no magical word, I said the perfect word, Jesus. In his name, we can cast out demons. And that's all I said was Jesus. And that thought and that feeling and that, what you call like a a cloud over your head. It just all went away. And whatever was bothering me was gone. It didn't bother me no more. So maybe a week later, I went and tried my safe, opened up with no problem.
Mm.
So
Well, that's a good thing then, Corey.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So I know now that, there's demons out there that do try to mess with your life, but there also are angels out there to help you too. So
Yeah.
people don't always look at the negative side. Just know that you have an option. So people that feel like that, just know you always have an option.
Right.
So last
All right.
words, choose wisely.
Very
And
good.
okay, so whatever happened to the exit and enter music and all that, Mark telling people what's going on.
We're still working on all that. But for next week, we already said what we're going to be talking about.
Okay, let's repeat that as you take us.
All right. So next week, what did we say we were going to talk about again? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, and
I'm looking at
Bruce,
my phone.
Yeah.
now you're going to leave me a message saying that you're going to help me out with adjusting my sound system, but you can't get your sound system going. What's going on?
No, because no, I have it working, but I don't know what's going on now. I gotta do some
Well,
research on that.
all right. Well, okay. So just hit me up in the middle of the week and see how you're coming with that. So next week we might can have it all set up.
Yeah.
So we might hit
What
you
else?
back during the week, Mark, and we can fix whatever problems we have before we go online.
Yeah.
All right.
Like whenever you want to present something, make sure you sing it to me so I can bring it up. Whatever you're talking about, whatever we're talking
Okay.
about.
All right, and I'm gonna download. I don't know if I do it on my laptop or my phone, where it's called a logo. It's a logo app
Yeah.
where you can make your own logo and bring it to life.
Okay.
You mean
So
it
if
could
I
be
can,
animated?
yeah. So if I can
Okay.
do that, and save it and send it to you, then you can put that on along with the music, along with whatever Mark's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That'll work then.
And I've seen some people use it today. I was watching something on YouTube where they was talking about that's something we might talk about later, but talking about all these false prophets out there that claim that God told them that Trump was going to win the election. And I didn't know. It's sad because there was so many of them. I mean, some well-known churches.
Yeah.
Well, they say he got a second chance of winning again, which I doubt it.
Okay, well, these people thought that he was going to win,
The
and
first time.
one pastor even said, one pastor even said that God gave him a vision of Joe Biden melting into a bunch of pixies,
Really?
Wow.
and he said God let him know that Biden wasn't gonna win the election, that Trump was. And one lady that in the church actually said she went up to heaven and spoke to God, and God told her that he was going to win. And this man bring all these preachers on to let them to show you that they false prophets.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
We
false
need a
prophets.
list of all of them. Pictures like on a help wanted poster, or not a help wanted,
Yeah,
but
we
a
need
most
it.
wanted poster.
Yeah. Let's get the list of those people names.
Well, I got the YouTube channel, but I get it to y'all.
Okay.
'Cause, my son was showing me, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know it was that many people that. I mean, Christians. These are Christians.
People that you
Now,
thought you could.
are these the mega churches, or they're just Christian in general?
It's mainly pastors and
Well-known
churches.
churches.
One church, actually, they showed it. Donald Trump went to a church in Vegas, and there's a female pastor. While he was out there, she actually said that God told her that he's going to win the election, for him not to worry about it, because as she quote, God liked Donald Trump.
I wonder who her God is.
That's what the other guy.
We can't say God don't like him, but good gracious,
And
Lord.
the guys that put him out there, they just had to stop and laugh. They was like, no, God didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Don't know who you're talking to. You need to hang that up.
Yeah, because if God would have told you that, it would have happened. Why would God
But
tell
God
you a
ain't
lie?
involved in politics of man.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
God wouldn't be telling you
Yeah.
that in the first place.
Yeah, God don't care about your little politics. He just wants to save his soul.
Right.
You know.
All right,
Whatever.
fellas, I gotta say goodnight, man.
Gotta go to that church.
Oh no. Okay, Mike, you get some sleep so you can go to work and earn some money for your family.
Are you sure you don't want to go ahead and be the one to get up at 2:30 and go to work? Come on. You know
I
you want to.
don't even go to bed till 5 a.m. So
Wow.
Oh, then it's perfect. You're all set.
but I'm
I
good.
gotta be at my first stop. I don't know,
I'm
4
good.
or 5.
It's like they say, God give me what I need, not for me to be greedy.
And I just heard from God, and He told me to tell you to go to work for Mark. How about that? He said you need to.
And you a false prophet. And you need to,
Oh, dang it!
and you need to be shot at first sight.
All right, guys.
All right.
You guys
All
have a good night. Next
right.
week, right?
Yeah, before you go to bed, tell the Lord you're sorry for that. You was just playing.
I'm sorry for that. I was just playing.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm off.
All right now.
Good night.
Okay, Bruce. All right, Bruce, you can go ahead and start your next show with you and your girlfriend making out online.
All right.
We now end the family portion of this program and begin the rest. Woo-hoo.
All right, guys. I'm out.
Gonna be the
All
house
right,
of the
I'm out.
jiggling booty. All right. Good night, y'all.